Good afternoon. I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Welcome to Camnet TV Midday News. The headlines. Government claims the health sector is in a crisis as 15 women die every week. Mines Minister describes Zambia's mining sector as a mess. Join me with the Midday News in detail after this commercial.
Would you like to win some cool cash? Say no more. Stand a chance to win your share of 1 million kwacha. Simply make a transaction from your Zamtel mobile money account and you could be one of weekly winners of up to 10,000 kwacha. Be empowered with Zamtel mobile money. Dial *344# to activate your account. This promotion runs from 28th July to 31st October 2021. Zamtel, your digital lifestyle partner.
And now the media news in detail. The Ministry of Health has disclosed that 10 to 15 women die every week due to maternal-related issues. Ministry of Health Director Public Health Dr. Andrew Sunumesi says he regrets that the situation is the same for children. He was speaking during a familiarization staff meeting with the new Minister of Health, Sylvia Masebo. During the same meeting, it was made public that the ministry owes medicine suppliers 2 billion kwacha.
Health Minister Sylvia Masebo go down to business with the familiarization meeting with ministry staff. Well, there was no room for jokes. It was real talk, no sugarcoating. During the meeting, we learned that 10 to 15 women die every week due to maternal mortality in a country that was recently politically bragging of having delivered in the health sector. But sadly, the situation is not different when it comes to children. Dr. Andrew Sunumesi is the director of public health.
Every week we lose up to 10 to 15 women due to complications related to childbirth, translating to around 750 women that are lost per year. This is a major concern. Alongside this is even a greater concern of losing up to 5 times the number of women that we lose, losing neonates, that is children in their first month of life, up to 5 times the number that is lost, up to 5 times the number of mothers that we lose.
We also learned that the Ministry of Health owes medicine suppliers 2 billion kwacha.
Those are judged by what they can provide, and therefore the supply chain is key to the outcomes of our patients. Over the years, we've struggled meeting the demands as far as drugs are concerned. The department currently, as a ministry, we owe the suppliers a debt of 2.2 billion kwacha. If we were supported well, our yearly budget, when we support all the disciplines, specialists and everybody, we should be in the area of 5 billion kwacha yearly.
Beyond pedestrian responses, the nation has been treated to, such as government is doing everything possible to promote universal health coverage. Well, the picture could not have been gloomier, with the revelation that about 3 provinces do not have CT scans.
We've got 3 provinces that still do not have CAT scans, CT scans, an investigation machine that allows us to get better understanding of what is going on in the patient. So we need CT scans. Western province currently has no CT scan, Northwestern province has no CT scan, and Central province have got no CT scan. In the other 7 provinces have got CT scans, but even when we have CT scans, the CT scans are struggling. So we've got 10 CT scans currently installed, but 3 out of the 10 are not working.
Patrick Soko, Camnet News in Lusaka.
Mines Minister Paul Kabuswe says government will uproot all the corruption planted in the mining sector to ensure that Zambia fully benefits from the mineral potential in the country. Mr. Kabuswe says the mining industry is currently in a mess due to corrupt activities which have characterized in the sector. The minister says the mineral value chain for suppliers on the copper belt alone is worth $5 billion United States dollars, yet poverty has remained high in the country. All the ministers say government And the minister says government has suspended all mining activities in mines, dump sites and other small mining areas until further notice from the government.
Zambia is rich in resources as it houses minerals such as copper, cobalt, gold, manganese, emerald, precious minerals, just to mention a few, which are largely mined in the country and fetch high on the international market, yet 60% of the country's population live in extreme poverty, according to information obtained from the World Bank. While the mining sector is the largest earner of forex in the country, many communities where mining activities take place have remained underdeveloped, while nearby land have been polluted, affecting vegetation and lives, as is the case in Kabwe Township, which has been classified as one of the most polluted towns in the world. And newly appointed Minister of Mines Pokawuse says the mining sector is in a mess and needs urgent cleaning up by ensuring that corruption is rooted out of the sector.
I think that corruption has messed up the mining sector. As I'm talking right now, all I can say is that the mining sector is in a mess. But I want to say this, that I and the team of directors and the PS and everybody in the Ministry of Mines, we are going to work together. We are going to have zero tolerance to corruption, and we are going to make sure that it is rooted out, because it has actually made Zambians not benefit from the mineral wealth that we've been given.
The minister adds that it is an abomination for the Zambian people to remain in poverty while the country is endowed with so much resources.
And it is when we benefit from these mines, that's when we are going to see that Zambians are actually owning the mineral wealth that they have. Today, when you go to the copper belt, the poverty, you can even smell it. You can smell the poverty. Yet we have a lot of wealth in terms of the minerals that we have as a country.
While mineral value chain for suppliers on the copper belt alone is worth $5 billion United States dollars, the minister says local participation in the mining sector is the only way Zambian will benefit from it. He has since alleged that all mining activities at Dump Site and Black Mountain be suspended until further notice from the government.
To bring sanity and order to the dump site, issues of the Black Mountain and all those things. There has to be sanity. You realize that His Excellency the President, during his campaigns, he had alluded to the fact that we need to promote, small-scale mining, and the Black Mountains falls in that category. So, for now, I think we need to sit down and bring sanity. There shouldn't be any activities for now until we bring sanity, we roll it out properly so that it benefits not only a few.
Prudence Chota, reporting for Camnet TV News.
United Party for National Development spokesperson Cornelius Mwetwa says President Hakainde Hichilema will use a commercial airplane to attend the forthcoming United Nations General Assembly in the United States of America and cut on travel costs involved. Addressing the media Tuesday, Mr. Mwetwa has also dismissed claims that the party in government has U-turned its promise to sell the presidential Gulfstream 650 jet, stating that they are currently assembling all relevant documents in order to sell the jet and channel resources to other sectors of the economy in need of urgent funding. Meanwhile, a governance expert, Ruben Lifuka, has however charged that the UPND should be security conscious, as the head of state using commercial flights could put his safety at risk.
Various platforms, both traditional and social media, have been awash with debates surrounding the presidential jet Gulfstream G650, estimated at a cost of $65 million United States dollars. President Hakainde Hichilema, when in opposition, promised the Zambian people that once elected, selling the jet would be one of the party's priorities, adding that many sectors of the economy were in need of urgent funding. Different stakeholders have been accusing the UPND of ditching the campaign promise now that they have taken up leadership. UPND national spokesperson Mr. Cornelius Mwetwa, however, has clarified that plans to sell the jet are still intact, adding that they're currently putting all papers in order so as to sell the jet. He further says the head of state is also to attend the forthcoming United Nations UN General Assembly in the United States of America, USA, using a commercial flight in order to show government's commitment to cost cutting.
What the president then, as presidential candidate promised the people of this country remains to be what it is today, that the presidential jet will be a consideration and subject of sale as such. Latest position is that that position, as was given before elections, remains as it is. No change whatsoever. His Excellency the President, will not be using this presidential jet going to attend the UN General Assembly. Instead, he will be traveling using normal flights.
Mr. Mwetwa has also clarified on the promise of free education, alleging that the former ruling Patriotic Front PF left the party in intensive care unit ICU, which means that free education is dependent on funding.
They have got a right to demand of their government to do that which the citizens were promised, but such demands must correlate with reason and logic, that certain things can only be done with time in line with a functioning economy. Our colleagues, the Patriotic Front, left Zambia's economy in ICU, and therefore to deliver on the social sector front, on those sectors that are consumption based, there is need to resuscitate the economy and build buoyancy in the economy and the resilience for the economy to attain a state of equilibrium.
Meanwhile, a governance expert, Mr. Ruben Lifuka, has cautioned the UPND against the head of state using commercial flights, stating that this could jeopardize his safety.
They just need to approach this cautiously. Yes, the things that they said during the campaigns, which are important, but they need to now turn that with reality, talk to the experts, make a decision not out of emotions or political excitement, but make decisions that are necessary and are prudent for the country.
He adds that not every promise can be fulfilled and has advised the UPND to counter-check with experts on security before taking such steps. Zipporah Mshala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
Well, that news item brings us to the end of Camnet TV Media News, but before we go, here are the headlines once again. Government claims the health sector is in a crisis as 15 women die every week. Mines Minister describes Zambia's mining sector as a mess. I am Precious Mzeya Sakaleji. Thank you for joining me. Remember to always wear your mask, avoid crowded places, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds, or use alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Stay safe and good afternoon.